McLaren driver Oscar Piastri has won the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, taking his second career victory after a late high-speed crash between Sergio Perez and Carlos Sainz. Piastri started from second behind pole sitter Charles Leclerc, but overtook the Ferrari driver on lap 20 with a great lunge into turn 1. Piastri then defended from Leclerc for the 32 remaining laps as the Monegasque driver failed to convert his pole position into a win for the 4th consecutive year at the Baku City Circuit. Thanks for watching another GP Fans Global video. Make sure to subscribe down below to not miss any new videos. And while you're down there, make sure to hit the like button as well. It really helps us out a ton. In one of the most hectic races of the season, the only lap 1 incident came between Lance Stroll and Yuki Tsunoda, Stroll driving into the V-carb side at turn 4. Stroll suffered a puncture and Tsunoda suffered big side pod damage, and both drivers would eventually retire from the Grand Prix. With help from Lando Norris, who held up Perez on lap 15, Piastri kept his position after pitting. 5 laps later, Piastri sent it down Leclerc's inside for the race lead from very deep, the McLarens now working in harmony following all the Monza discourse. Leclerc tried to overtake Piastri time and again, but the Australian did not budge. It all kicked off on the penultimate lap. Leclerc had lost DRS on Piastri, leaving him vulnerable for Perez to attack. The Mexican did, but was pushed wide and lost his 3rd position to Carlos Sainz. Perez pulled alongside Sainz coming out of turn 2, and the two drivers collided on the straight, ending both of their races in a high-speed crash. The race ended behind the virtual safety car, Piastri winning his 2nd Grand Prix, as many as his teammate Lando Norris, while George Russell was promoted onto the podium. Norris, who started in 15th, finished 4th. I went for a pretty big lunge but managed to pull it off and then hang on for dear life for the next 35 laps, said race winner Piastri. The last couple of laps, once Leclerc dropped out of DRS, were a little bit more relaxing, but there's no such thing as a relaxing lap around here, so it was hard work. It definitely goes down as one of the better races of my career. After stopping early, championship leader Max Verstappen was suffering from brake issues. Verstappen could not get past his rival Lando Norris, who went very long in his first stint. When Norris finally did stop, he had 15 laps to close a gap of 15 seconds on Verstappen, which he did with 3 laps to spare. He makes up 3 points on the Dutchman, who ended 5th. Franco Colapinto scored his first ever points in Formula 1, finishing 8th, while Haas substitute Ollie Bearman ended in P10. With 7 races to go, McLaren have now officially taken the lead of the Constructors' standings, a championship they have not won since 1998, when both of their current drivers weren't even born. Perez's crash has cost Red Bull Racing valuable points, as McLaren now sits on 476 points compared to Red Bull's 456. Ferrari have also lost ground on McLaren because of Sainz's DNF, but they are still only 51 points behind McLaren with 7 rounds to go. Mercedes and Aston Martin remain firmly in 4th and 5th place, respectively. At the bottom, Williams have overtaken Alpine as both Alex Albon and Colapinto finished in the top 10, combining for 10 points, while Pierre Gasly and Esteban Ocon have left Baku empty-handed. For their crash, both Carlos Sainz and Sergio Perez were summoned to the stewards post-race, as were McLaren, as was Max Verstappen, who overtook multiple cars on his cooldown lap post-race, while virtual safety car rules were still in effect. Sainz and Perez's high-speed collision went unpenalized by the FIA stewards after completing their investigation. They deemed there was no clear culprit of the accident. McLaren, on the other hand, were reprimanded as team personnel were walking around the pit lane while the race was still live and pit stops were still being made. Verstappen's investigation is still ongoing. Go to gpfans.com to find out what happens there next. Thanks for watching another GP Fans Global video. Make sure to follow us in all the usual places, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.